What's up, Hawkeye fans? Tyler Tachman with the Des Moines Register here on the way to the Big Ten tournament. It's been a while since I've done one of these behind the scenes videos. I'm not sure how many people actually enjoy these videos, but in the off chance that people do, I'm going to do a video for the Big Ten tournament. So take you all along and hope you enjoy the trip. Just got done with about a 3-hour drive, staying about 20 minutes away from the United Center. Just learned that Maryland beat Oregon, so Iowa will get a rubber match with Maryland. They split the regular season series. Not a great matchup for Iowa. Maryland just plays with so much intensity and physicality, so it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
21. You turned them over 17 times. And Nick Martinelli, another 20 points.
Some good shots that we got that just didn't fall, and then we weren't executing the game plan, getting to what we wanted to get to exactly. So the second half, we really honed in on that, got to what we wanted to get to, and we were able to get open shots and open layups, and that kind of just got us going. And then our defense stayed with us, and so that was able to get us some momentum.
Cooper's had at least 18 in 3 of the last 4 games. Is there anything different that you've seen from him, or I mean, is it just the shots are going in, as simple as that, or what have you seen?
I mean, it's probably coaching. Yeah, it's better now. No, I mean, just the same shots that he was missing, he's making. You know, he was bound to. Like, there was one game where he missed a lot of them, but they were all back iron. He's a good shooter. You just can't shake him. You know, you can't shake his confidence. You know, you got to kind of stick with him, and because he's a natural pleaser, and firstborn, and those guys are natural pleasers. And so sometimes you just got to let him play through a few things and block out the noise.
Headed back after the game now. It was dicey there in the first half when Maryland went on that 15-0 run, take an 11-point lead, but Iowa found another gear then, really took control of the game, outscored Maryland by 22 points after going down 11, and that included a monster 21-0 run in the second half. The supporting cast came through again. I think that's one of the more encouraging developments recently is the way that Iowa's supporting cast has played. Cooper Koch had a career 19 points. That's his third game in the last 4 where he scored at least 18. So it's pretty hectic after the game, and just trying to get down and do media stuff. We get open locker rooms, which is really nice just because it's more like natural human interaction versus when they're on the podium and it's just like it's not as natural. So yeah, heading back now, and we'll hopefully be able to chill out a little bit because Iowa is scheduled to tip off against Ohio State at 11 a.m. on Thursday.
Less weeds and fewer prescription delivered free from the out.
Breakfast of champions right here. Oatmeal, yogurt, bananas, and pineapple. That's a super colorful dish right there. On the way to Iowa, Ohio State now. I just checked out of my hotel. I only got 2 nights. So if Iowa wins, then I'm gonna have to kind of scramble and figure out where I'm gonna stay tonight. So we'll, I guess, just see what happens and then adjust on the fly from there. We've talked about like kind of the playing with fear sometimes. Like how do you kind of moving forward not let that happen?
Play with confidence and know that we can hang with these dudes, and that was the kind of message to us in the locker room after the game today. It was Mac was telling me he believes in us, and he doesn't think we believe in ourselves. So just that.
What did he tell you guys after the game in the locker room?
Yeah, just he believes in us that we can hang with anyone in the country, and he doesn't think that we think that. So it's just mindset.
Question on the right.
Tyler Tachman with the Des Moines Register. Bennett said that your post-game message was mostly about how you believe in the team and that maybe he feels like sometimes they don't totally believe in themselves. What is it going to take over the next few days to get it to the point where they fully believe in what they're capable of doing?
Yeah, I think there's probably a couple different things there. I think one, sometimes you can one, listen to the noise, or you can just walk out on the floor and see the differences in body types, right? And they're a little bit bigger than us, obviously. In every game it looks that way, and even games that we win or dominate, right? It's just the nature of how we're built. But that doesn't mean you're not good or better than your opponent. And so trying to get them to understand that you're not just a win a conference tournament game team. You're not just a make the NCAA tournament team. You know, you need to be able to win those games. And I think often, and this is why people sit in mediocrity for a long time, is because they start to fall in love with really good. And you know, I probably had that happen to me when I was in, it was like my 7th or 8th year. We went to 3 straight Sweet 16s and lost by 1-2 points. I don't remember the exact scores. And I always thought we were really good and close. And then I realized that was the biggest issue that we had, was the fact that we were settling for really good. And I want our guys to understand that just because you've accomplished some things and everybody wants to compare it to last year, and I just don't do that. Like last year's last year, you know, the last coaching staff's the last coaching staff. I have zero interest in comparing the two. And I don't want our guys to either. We got to compare ourselves to ourselves, and we can be better than that. So kind of summing that up, trying to go from really good to being great is something that is really hard to do. And our kids need to understand really good's not acceptable.
Crawling forward in traffic now, just headed back on the way home. I don't know if I could do this type of traffic on a regular basis. But anyways, yeah, Iowa kind of did their little dance that they've done 3 of the last 4 games, which is dig themselves a deficit in the second half, make a big run to come back, and then ultimately not have enough to finish the deal. It's not a terrible thing that Iowa lost. They get a little bit more rest before the NCAA tournament, and the good news is that Iowa, even though they lost against Ohio State, they came to Chicago and they took care of what they needed to, which was beating Maryland. If they would have lost that, things maybe would have been a little bit more dicier on Selection Sunday, but Iowa avoided that, and this loss to Ohio State isn't really going to be damaging. So yeah, it's been a pretty busy last couple of days, and it's not over yet because I still have another story to write, and I just want to get home, so still have that to do. Man, I'm really thankful though, just the places I've been able to go this season. I've been to all but one Big Ten game. The only one I didn't go to was Minnesota. So I've been to a ton of different places. I'll try to drop some of the places I've been. The thing that's cool about the Big Ten tournament, and it's kind of similar with Big Ten Media Days, is it's almost like an Olympic Village for like Big Ten basketball. So you just walk around and like see different players. So like after Iowa's win over Maryland, Ben McCollum was just like talking to Danny Sprinkle, the Washington coach. 2 legends. So it's just like a cool vibe and atmosphere where you have like fans of different schools, coaches, players, stuff like that. Just finished writing the story, so gonna check out from here. Appreciate everyone for tuning in if you made it this far. So thanks for following along.